Hey, good morning, everyone. Uh, Looks like people are still joining in. I know what the best will be if you are able to keep your videos on, that will be awesome, but it's not mandatory. But I have conducted a lot of classes, and the best results have come out when the videos are on and people are able to connect with each other. So I would request that, if possible, keep your videos on as much as possible.
Hi Mala, this is Srini Potnin.
Hey, hi, Srini. So we will start the class today, as I said, the first session. So I've divided that into 30 minutes classes because it helps us to focus. I've done multiple classes and we have implemented this where we did 30-minute sessions and restarted the Zoom, and there's a lot more it was more productive than continuing the class for continuous 2 hours or 1 hour or 3 hours, right? So I just wanted to make sure that we follow the same method. So just to get started, I would just pick few. I wanted to just talk to a few of you to understand, a little bit of your purpose and what you're trying to achieve in your life, so that it helps me, shape my class and make the most out of it. So before that, let me introduce myself. Give me a second so I can share my screen. Meanwhile, anybody has any questions?
Not question, Mala, but thank you so much for scheduling this. Really appreciate it.
Who's that, Milan?
Yes,
Yes, Milan, can you tell more about yourself?
sure. So I am working as a technical program manager in PayPal. And the reason why I've joined this is I've been part of that group. I think where you have been sharing this. So this is purely from a knowledge perspective because anything learned is never wasted. And AI and product and program is all kind of my forte. So I wanted to attend and get this knowledge.
Okay, awesome. And also remember that this forum is for everyone to more than, so that the best output comes when you all collaborate with each other, because this is a support system. So everyone here is with the same goal, and the you can make the most out of it when you are able to collaborate and help each other and share your experiences with each other. I've been in multiple classes. I have some of my students who have come in the previous classes too. So we have seen that that's the best way to get the most out of this. Just me talking is only 50% of the value. If the minute everybody starts contributing, you'll see how things multiply. Okay, why is this guy? All right. You better see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me see if I can move this guy up here. Okay. All right. Let's go with my introduction. This is the problem I always have with this. Once I have this, how do I navigate? Okay, there you go. Okay, about me. What is this? Let me close this. Okay. So a little bit about me is I started my career as a software engineer and then moved into, I was a business analyst for some time because those days there was no product management. And then from there, I got into product management. So past 15 plus years, doing product management in various companies, from startups to large companies as large as Walmart. I worked at Barnes& and Noble, Symantec, and then startups like Visage Mobile. Nuke was almost like a startup, I would say, and lately at Lily.ai. And I've been an instructor at product school for about 7 years, approximately 7 years. And I've been coaching and mentoring on my own for past 4 years. Because when I taught at product school, I realized that there is so much more to be taught. There is so much more need for knowledge to be spread in so many various areas. So I got out of product school. So besides teaching product management, I also teach a lot of other professional skills that's needed. Some of the students here have already attended those classes, I believe, who are here, like how to lead without having the title, right? How to be the best performer, how to navigate within your workplace. There is so much more to work than just your knowledge, especially if you're coming from Indian Asian background. We basically go to college and then get into the professionalism, but there is a lot more. Nowadays, the kids who are going to college, they're being taught that. They've been taught how to network, how to create your aliases. They've been taught that, which we were never taught, and there is a lot more. That's what I feel, there's a gap, and I learned that hard way in my career, and then this is what I want to give it to the world back, that there is this additional thing that you need to learn besides your core skills, which plays 70% of the time. That is the one that plays your or helps you move up the ladder. A lot of times we feel that we are stuck and we are not able to move because your skills don't go any further after you get into a job market, after you get into your professional life. It's whatever we study for 18 years and out of college is for you to get the first job. After you get the first job, you actually need to have a different knowledge to expand yourself and grow within your professional life, right? So which is very weird, which I learned after 20 years of my experience in professional life. Anyways, that's my background. So lately, and in a nutshell, 18 plus years of experience in Silicon Valley. I've done my engineering from Mumbai University. I've been, besides being professional, I'm working with 3 startups right now. One startup, I'm a product advisor. Another startup, I'm a VP of product management. And a third startup, I am the chief product officer. All these startups are at stealth mode, and I'm helping them launch the MVP for them. So that's my charter so far. Besides work, I like performing arts. I do kind of perform dance shows once or twice a year. I was in the My Dream Miss California pageant show, and I won the 2nd position. And yeah, as I said, I do coaching and mentoring, not just on the professional life. Besides professional life, also there are so many things that's going on with life. There are a couple of people who come to me for. I don't think I can give any advice, but it's just that open up paths for them, talk about different possibilities, and they find their path. So that's me in a nutshell. Okay, before going into the details of this, I wanted to just talk to you guys so that we open up the forum. Okay, let me stop sharing. Yeah, so I don't see anybody has opened the video, but if you can just open up the video for just this session, that'll be awesome. So we get to know each other. So that's it. This is the Q&A and introduction session. That's not just the introduction just about me, but the introduction about you guys also. I'm not going to go through all of them. That'll take a lot of our time, but there are about 25 people join. But I can keep the forum open for you to start discussing, or I can pick people, because most of the time I see that people don't volunteer, then I have to pick. But if you can volunteer, go ahead. Anybody wants to talk about 3 things, right? About yourself, where you are. I think somebody gave the intro, that was perfect. Why you're here and what are you looking out of this class?
I can go.
Sure.
So I am originally a mechanical engineer and master's in international trade. I worked in manufacturing, then I moved to IT. I worked in IT for almost 12, 13 years. And then I also worked in investment finance, was part of a couple of startups. But last few years, I had to lay off because of a car accident I was in. So I was sort of out of touch with things, and I'm getting back into work again. I'm right now working as a project analyst for an energy company startup, setting up a solar power plant. which once we get into the battery space, there's going to be quite a bit of AI being used in that. And I don't have any exposure to AI, so I'm trying to get some basic understanding of AI. My knowledge in IT is also a little bit rusty because of the gap. So that's where I am.
Okay, sounds wonderful. Anyone else? Okay. If you don't volunteer, then I'll just randomly pick people. Anybody want to volunteer? Okay, Aarti.
Hi, Mala. Hi, everyone. Yes, I have been a business analyst in the past and want to upgrade my skill so that I can get better opportunity. That's about me.
Okay, you've been a business analyst, so upgrading your skills. All right. So it'll also help me to understand, like how Aruna said, how much do you know about AI? Is it so I know, is it the basics or you know beyond that? How much have you gotten any exposure to AI? What's the interest in learning about AI?
Basically, no, I don't have any exposure to the AI. This is very recent to me with the AI world going on all around. I have not worked in the AI field so far.
Okay.
And,
Okay, so got
mhm.
it. Let me ask this question, just this is for everyone. How do you feel about it? I mean, what do you feel about AI and where the future is? What is the one thing that's bothering you all about this AI?
Yeah, all industries are moving towards AI, at least as per my understanding. It's not only one company. Maybe others also have to follow the same because I don't see like they have any alternate approach for that. I'm not saying like 100% everyone will be in AI, but at least each and every company will have their footprint on the AI at least for some portion.
Yeah, that's true. I've been to TechBeat conference in last Thursday. And before that, I went to another conference, GitPro, right? So the world, it looks like we just suddenly, the world changed, like 180 degrees down. Every topic and every speaker is talking only about AI. Even any industry, they only talk about AI. So it is a bit scary out there, right? And it feels like, and they are talking about the industries that's going to take away the first job, the first. So here was the data they gave, data points. 70 million customer representatives were there, right? Now, throughout the world, this was the data, I think. They said it's now come down to 40 million already because bots are answering. So we just start thinking that AI is starting, but it's already has taken over the world. So the first industry that it will clean up is the CRM systems. There won't be CRM systems anymore because they won't be, the bots will take over. And it was very interesting. I know, Srini, you work at Salesforce.
Yeah.
They talked about Salesforce and they said that Salesforce is intentionally not getting into, they have Einstein, which is the AI platform. They are intentionally not getting into AI because if they introduce AI, they are going to lose the licenses. The minute they lose the number of licenses, their revenue, they're going to hit on their own revenue. So they know it very well. Yeah, you had something to say, Srini?
You were mentioning something. What is that 40 million? I missed out that word.
Customer representatives.
Oh, okay.
70 million were there across the world. It's come down to 40 million. And what other data point they gave was BPO offices, all these Indian companies, Wipros and all these who are doing BPOs, it's just going to vanish unless they shift into something else. Otherwise, it's all gone. IBM, they said IBM is another one which is going to get impacted. So it's pretty scary out there. Anyways, one more person and then we can move on. Anybody wants to volunteer? Yeah, sure, Suresh.
Yeah. Hi, Mala. Very good morning, all. I'm from MCA background, Y2K batch. So I usually have an habit of skipping a generation. When I grew up from youngsters, I skipped the generation of using the pager. So I never get a chance to use the pager, but I just move on to the cell phone. Likewise, I work in IT for more than 20 years. I started my career with the SQL, PL SQL, Oracle developer, and then I moved on slowly to BI, used a couple of tools, and then I worked as a data warehouse architect, engineer, quality assistant, test lead, whatever you can call. So I skipped. I'm not skipped yet, but I kind of never got a chance to work on cloud platform yet. So I always wanted to move on there, but for my career perspective, but unfortunately, I had to skip that and then look over the AI now because everybody is talking over that. And I was wondering, should I do any course about AI, like a fast course, fast track course from any college, to learn about the AI and things like that. I remember the AI is one of my subject in MCA during my MCA. So uh, I did my MCA in the Master of University from Chennai as a regular day scholar batch. So it talks about the algorithms and the things like that. I believe I have some background about the AI, but I just want to know what you're gonna talk about, and then any guidance that I can pursue from you is what I'm
Yeah,
looking forward.
sure. We look into it. It all depends on what you do, what you want to do in AI, right? There are so many things. Whether you want to be hands-on developing AI, you want to develop algorithms, or you want to manage the project, or you want to. That's why I said. That's why I kept this one very high level for anybody and who wants to work in the software needs to what you need to know about AI, right? And then that'll give you some pointers. But sure, we can talk about
Okay.
on how you can expand. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next one. Why do you think AI now, right? I mean, this is the data they've given that it already, we are thinking it's starting, but I feel it's already there. And this is the data point that value of nearly 100 billion US dollars is expected to grow 20-fold by 2030, up to nearly 2 trillion US dollars, which that's as of May 3rd, 2023. This is the data point. And I want to keep the session interactive. So what comes to your mind looking at this data point? What are the thoughts that
I want to be
hey you're not, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. You're
I
just
want to be a part of it in a big way, Mala.
Oh,
That's
okay,
the
okay.
data point. That's the thought that comes to my mind.
Mm-hmm. You want to be part of it. I don't think you have a choice.
Sorry, I am saying correct.
You don't have a choice. I think
Mm.
you will be put in the middle of that. And if you are, it is just you have to adopt, like we just have to adopt the iPhones, right? There is no choice. I mean, even if I wanted to not use iPhones because I feel that that's draining out my energy and time, I can't survive in this world without iPhone, right? I can't be connected with anybody. I can't know what's going on. I will not survive. That's how it is. It's like you'll be forced into it.
That's very true. I agree with that. In the energy sector, right from the beginning now, with maintaining the grid options and a virtual grid that they're working with, which is going to become very prevalent. It's AI from the beginning, only AI and nothing else. There is no manual control at all.
Mhm.
It's all
Yes.
AI related. And if we don't catch up, you cannot work in the industry.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. You have no choice. And yesterday's in that TechBeat conference, I met with this lady Jeannie, you can, I don't forget her last name, but I will find out and tell you. She's in the movie making industry, and she's talking about AI, and she's not young. She was about 75 years old, and she said she has written books using AI. Just go and ask for give a topic, and it is writing books for her, and she's selling those books, right? And she's 75. She's not even young, and she's talking about she was looking for a partner for her startup in that in that conference who will build a cloud platform for her so that she can bring the ghost writers and the authors together. So a marketplace. So she's 75. People are at that ahead, right? We think 75. I am thinking of my retirement, but I'm very surprised she's at 75 and she's talking about AI. Anyways, so that's where it is. There is no choice. That was the message out of this. You have to get up to speed on this, and the rate at which it's going. I am talking about 2023. Today's there's only 7 years. 2030 they're talking about this, and the rate at which this is growing, I will not be surprised if all these companies come down within a year and say that every other department is going to be having AI, and if the folks who are working in working there do not have AI knowledge, no job. I will not be surprised. That's the rate it's moving at. Within a year, it'll come and hit you.
Yeah, as and rightly, Mala, as people say, right? AI will not take jobs, but people knowing AI will take jobs.
Yes, what I felt that my dialogue, this is my finding, is either you work on AI or you don't have a job,
Yeah, true.
right? You either focus on doing something, building something using a ML model or deep learning or whatever. It's an AI project or there is no job. So, and the sad part is, I think it's very easy for you to understand how the progression happened from 70s to 90s. The progression was so slow. From 90s to 20, you saw the progression was so fast. Now 2020 to 2030, it was within, before it was taking 30 years to progress, then it was within 10 years, so many changes. There's a huge difference, they say, between the kids who grew up in 90s versus grew up in 2000s, right? Because so many things changed in 90s. Now that was at least 10 years. Now it'll be within a year, within a couple of years you will see changes. That's how fast it's going. So it is scary, as at the same time it is an opportunity. It's up to you how you pick this up, right? So let's deep dive a little bit. Let's see. I want to be cognizant, and I want to not start this until 8:30 because we will switch to another Zoom call at 8:30. But I have this 5 minutes for you to again dive into what when I say it is scary, what are the things that you think you can do to catch up with this, and how are you planning to do whatever you're doing at your level, right? I know a lot of people are doing so many things. You could be product managers, business analysts, or software engineers at this point, whoever, or project managers. Project management, I would say, is at the highest risk, because project management was something that they did not want for a long time. I don't know right now if even the PMI and all those things are even valid, but it's going away. Project management will, I don't know. Nobody knows nobody knows how to manage an AI project yet. So I'm not sure how that's going to happen. Any thoughts, last minute thoughts before we switch to the next Zoom meeting?
I would like to say something, Mala. This is Sunny.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I am very focused currently last 5 years on health technology, and I see AI being widely used,
Yeah, it's going very high,
especially in
very fast.
very high. And I'll be very specific on in that domain. Going through vast amount of patient data which was captured for 30, 40 years, which was scattered everywhere, right? A lot of it was unstructured, and I'm seeing AI engines going through all that hospital data, and trying to build structure, and it's doing amazing job, way faster than humans can ever even imagine. And so this is an area for me personally. I'm seeing huge AI implementation and usage going forward. And it excites me because what was not possible humanly will be, possible now with AI and GPTs of the world, right?
Yep.
So everybody's jumping in.
Yep. And it's good and bad, right? That AI is doing so many things, impossible things. It's making it possible. And this was also a question that was asked in the forum to those guys, saying that is it so now if AI is doing all the work, are we going to go into a world where humans don't have to work, but they have to live, right? So if the production is somehow the production is happening and the GDPR is kept high and all that stuff, money is coming into the country, then does that mean the humans will just, government will just distribute money to all of us and the humans will just sit there and relax, enjoy life? Is that something that's going to happen? I read somewhere that UK is already testing this world. If this world happens one day, how will human behave, right?
Even
And
here in the
you,
US.
sorry,
Even here in the US, they're doing it.
they're
Mark
testing.
Zuckerberg has done an experiment. Bill Gates is doing an experiment on that. Minimum wage experiment, when they are not, because of AI impact, they are not able to get job, they're not able to survive. So they're already doing the trials. Not everything is out in the public, but
Yeah.
some of the information is there with the public. And also in Wall Street trading, AI is taking over. So the retail traders, it's impacting the retail traders so much because they cannot predict, they cannot understand what's going on. It's so fast that they cannot even keep up with buying and selling or trading on the market. So that is another. I used to work in the investment space.
Yeah, that there was recently a news that there is an AI that is till date predicted the Wall Street accurately.
There are quite a few, depending on the range, percentage error range that they are in. There are quite a few. I don't know the specific one that you are in, but Deutsche Bank has one of the really good trading algorithms that they work with. And their AI as of now is supposed to be the most productive for purposes. Same with the energy sector. I attended a conference the last 2 days, and it's 100% AI. And the difference between being profitable and not being profitable for the big energy companies is your AI.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So all these topics is or the discussion is to tell all of you that just wake up and do whatever it takes to get onto AI, because things will within couple of years things will change like anything. We'll be in a different world. All right, so I'll stop here and let's switch on to the next Zoom call quickly. Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you. Yeah.